New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Black students were allegedly sold at a mock slave auction by their white classmates at a North Carolina school. Ashley Palmer, a mother of a child in the school, posted about the shocking incident on Facebook at a school in Chatham County. Quote, "Our son experienced a slave auction by his classmates, and when he opened up, we were made aware that this type of stuff seems to be the norm so much that he didn't think it was worth sharing. His friends went for 350 and other students was the slave master because he knew how to handle them. We even have a video of students harmonizing the N word. Since when were children so blatantly racist? Why is this culture acceptable?" That the slave auction did not take place in the classroom setting. She updated the situation a few days later that a student involved only received a 1 day suspension for their actions. On Monday, Palmer took part in a news conference with a local civil rights group and then met with the Chatham County Assistant Superintendent. The superintendent also apologized for the incident and ordered changes to prevent similar activities from happening ever again. Quote, "I want to offer an apology to every single student who has ever felt unsafe while in our care, to every student who has ever felt demeaned, disrespected, or marginalized because of their race, ethnicity, sex, gender, religion, or disability." At a Monday's school board meeting of education, he recommended for immediate policy revisions, training, and additional resources in response to the quote recent racial incidents in the district. On Tuesday, Palmer posted a follow-up stating, quote, "The overwhelming community support and willingness of CCS leadership helped pass policies last night that were a great step in the right direction to help aid in the accountability required in our schools." This is not the first time that the school has come under fire for similar incidents. Back in 2017, parents at a New Jersey school were outraged after white students held a reenactment of a slave auction of black children during a class. In 2019, a school in Westchester County, New York, agreed to make changes after two incidences of mock slave auctions were also held there. A teacher at the Chapel School, a private Lutheran school, allegedly asked all the African American students in her two fifth-grade social studies classes to raise their hands and then instructed them to exit the classroom and stand in the hallway. The teacher then placed imaginary shackles on the students' necks, wrists, and ankles. And then the black students were told to line up against the wall. The teacher then pretended to hold a slave auction in front of the class. That teacher was fired following a state investigation. Shout out to all of those people out there who decide that race doesn't exist, that they don't see color, that these types of things are only made up and that they only exist in the fabricated areas of black people's minds and solely due to the fact that only black people want to just continuously be victims and that we only want handouts and so on and so on and so on, right? So this is what America likes to teach, right? On one hand, they want to teach that everybody is equal, that it's a big melting pot, that America doesn't see color, they just see people for individuals, and that's it. But on the other hand, they still want to decide to teach about slavery while saying that color doesn't exist, that color is not an issue. Racism is not a problem. Bigotry and discrimination, nah, those are just things that people just so happen to make up. And these are just individuals that are illogical and stupid, right? But you have to take into account that the greater majority of teachers that are teaching our kids are Caucasian in nature, and usually they are Caucasian women. And usually these Caucasian women are the main ones teaching a lot of these classes, and they are the ones enabling a lot of their students, a lot of their children to act and to also have the exact same mind frame that they have. So after, right, they leave the school, right? They go back home, they have the same mind frame. Another way that that is enabled by way of both of the parents that are in that home, also the friends of those children who are in that community, along with the family who is in that community as well, as long as other older adults who are in that community as well. And none of those individuals that I listed are going to take the time out with that student and try to correct the negative and the wrong behaviors that are detrimental. They're not going to do that because why? It does not harm them in any type of way at all. Whoever it harms, it has nothing to do with them. That's their problem. Let them sort that out. They'll be fine. When it comes to them and theirs, they're like, it's all good. It's all good. We basically benefit from it. There's no harm in it. There's nothing but positives that are going to directly come from this um, logic and this line of thinking. So to all the parents out there who want to continuously teach their kids, like, oh, you're just an individual, you're not black, you're not this, you're not that, you're going to be just judged off of your character. Just remember that this very same thing that I talk about and that I've listed in other videos that happens to deal with schools and Caucasian teachers and Caucasian students, just remember that your child is not so far removed from this. As long as they have melanin in their skin, it is a very possible reality and chance that this exact same thing or many other things can take place and happen to your child. And then when it happens, they're going to look at you with the bewildered face because you told them that they're only going to get judged by their character and not the color of their skin. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. As always, peace, love, stay tuned for the next video.